So we're going to take a look at Nick's service motion. And so some of the first things that I see with Nick in his service motion is he's a little off balance, and a little bit is attributed to a couple of factors. Probably the first one that I notice is just having a good balance with the base. Notice too where he's at in relation to how far off he is off the service line. We'd really like to get you closer, Nick, to the service line to put your best, I guess you could say, momentum into the ball. So as you go through the service motion, another thing to look at is where that ball toss is. When you throw that ball, it kind of leaves your hand and goes at an angle. So at this particular point, you're going to have to go and you're going to be chasing it. Um, even so, if you'll notice where you contact that ball, this is pretty much the height in which the ball's at right this point. But look how far it drops until your point of contact. So at this particular point, right about there is where you're making contact. And so, that's a big disparity in terms of where you're hitting the ball. I think you could benefit more of hitting the ball somewhere about actually about right here, both in terms of the height and in the direction of where it should be hit. By doing that and hitting it actually in this area right here, what's going to happen is that'll actually allow you to put your body going into the court forward, as opposed to, as we look at this as you finish up, in this particular frame, you're more sideways, your feet are still on the baseline, and you're not actually going into the court. Now, in the next frame, I noticed as you do this, you're really gone off to the side here. So again, in terms of your foundation, a lot of it's going to depend on your footwork. And so if you notice just how your feet are right here, there's not a lot of balance there. So what we want to get you to do is to have your feet really come up here to the line, and your feet, if they start off here, you want them actually to end up here. So you want to be hitting the ball in an effort that'll make you go into the court, as opposed to going either here or here as well. So that's what we're kind of after in your serve, and we'll be working on that.